Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jim LaBuda here once again, and today we are going to take a look at the golf swing of Hideki Matsuyama. Now, Hideki is your 2021 Masters champion, the first golfer from Japan ever to win a men's major championship. He's having a pretty good run in the U.S. Open this week. Is he going to be able to make a run and capture this? We'll have to see, but Hideki is a very, very powerful golfer. He's known for obviously that pause at the top of his swing, but he does create a lot of power and speed in his swing that's not typical of where most players get it from. So let's go ahead and take a look at his golf swing here. I've got a line on his belt line here and one on his right leg. But the first thing I want you to notice is as he starts taking the golf club away, look at that triangle that's formed by his hands and arms there and the shoulders. That's really what's initiating the takeaway here. He does that by moving his core away from the ball. That's what he's using to rotate away. The larger muscles of the torso are creating that move. As he gets to the top of the swing, what I really love about this here is how coiled he is at the top. He's fully coiled at the top, but those legs are really, really stable. You can see he's really shifted that pressure into the trail side there to that right leg, really, really staying bent. So this is an awesome position to be in here. Now, it's a little bit difficult at the top here to see his hands, but if I put a little circle around his hands there, you can see he's got a little bit shorter of a backswing there. Most players at this point are going to get their hands right above their head. They're able to get that arm a little bit deeper on the swing, but Hideki doesn't do that. Now, this is where he gets all his power from, which is not typical of most players. Typically, at this point in the downswing, we're going to see the squat move that we talked about with Rory McIlroy and with Brooke Henderson. You see this a lot, how that belt line there, at this point, if they were to really squat down, their belt line would probably drop down to about here. But as we start moving him along in the downswing here, we're going to see his belt line basically stays right on that yellow line. As he starts pushing off his right side, this is where he gets all his power from. He's actually using that right leg similar to how a pitcher would throw a baseball. They've got that the pitcher's rubber that they push off of. Hideki is not only pushing his right foot, but he's using that whole right leg to laterally shift forward. That's where he gets all his power and speed from. He's really using that right leg, pushing off that side. He's not really using the ground for leverage as most players today are. You don't see that squat move. He is pushing up on the ground here. You can see his belt line has gone up a little bit as he gets into impact position here, but it's not the typical way you would see most players do this. Again, you see that a lot from Rory McIlroy does it a lot. The Tiger Woods squat move. You've seen it with Brooke Henderson on the LPGA Tour. How they really squat into start their downswing, and then they really push up. Hideki is really pushing off his right side here. Again, the best way to describe it is similar to the way a pitcher would throw a baseball, loading that trail side and then really pushing off that right side to generate all this power and speed. So if you're struggling with the golf swing, you're looking for a little bit more power in your swing, think about how a pitcher throws a baseball and see if you can do something to not only push off your right side. You're not going to use just your right foot, but you're going to use that whole right leg and have a lateral shift towards the target to help you get more speed and power in your golf swing today.